When there's an injustice against you or someone you love or someone you believe in, stand up. Don't sit down on them, if they need you.
Welcome to Popcorn Planet's Pop Culture Justice, our new daily show live here on Popcorn Planet. So happy to be with you back. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend, and I'm so happy to be with you because we have a special guest to talk about something we need your help on. This isn't right. This is an injustice, and we're going to hopefully get you guys to help us right this wrong, plus some wins for Johnny. And the ACLU taking some dip into some new lows that I want to break down that I didn't get to talk about on this weekend because we were gone. So happy to be here with our amazing panel of guests. Sorry, letting one more in as we start. So happy to have a trio of people, there they are, a trio of people here that so happy to have them all. Ladies and gentlemen, Steph the Alter Nerd, it's Kim, and our special guest today, that Brian fella. Welcome, gang.
Woo! Yes!
Hello, hello!
Hello.
Hey,
Well, I wish you were here in better terms, Brian. It's a frustrating reason to have you here, but as I saw this happen again, and we were setting up the show, I was like, you know what? I want to lead with this. I want to get this out for everybody who's hopefully watching, for everybody who helped me. I want them to help you because what's happening here isn't right. And the reality is, you've been doing this for a while now, which was to try to get your channel monetized. Now, let me clarify before you even have to. Getting a channel monetized isn't about making money. It's about getting your channel widely distributed and seen and legitimately, treated correctly by YouTube. If you aren't monetized, you aren't part of the system, and Google's not going to promote anything you do unless they can smack their ads on and everything else about the process. So I want to make sure I preface, because I know you aren't here for the money and you've never done this for money, which you've proven. It's not about the money, just it's monetization is what it's called, but it's an important piece of the puzzle to get your channel to the next level and be able to get the perks of what a creator should get as a creator like yourself. And so I want to sort of address what's happening for Brian here because I don't think it's right. And we have a tweet. I've tagged Team YouTube. I guess it's the perks of being verified. Sometimes they take us verified folks a little bit more seriously. They do tend to respond to people, but they respond a little quicker. So the more we can sort of promote Brian's thread, also promote my tag of them to try and get some information here, because tagging YouTube won't help. It's Team YouTube is who I talk to when I have channel issues. That's the one who sort of tries to help actually do it. But so Brian, let's walk through what they're doing. So this is what, the third attempt you've done?
This is technically the third attempt. They've denied me twice. On the second attempt, so I waited the 30 days. I deleted 4 recent videos that were kind of clip styled, which fell into that auto-generated look that they said the algorithm or whatever, the bots review it. So I did away with that, reapplied after the 30 days, and then they said that it was reused content. That it was not my content that I was using, and that I was doing nothing to change it or add commentary or anything like. And so then I was just befuddled. I made the appeal video. I spent a couple days scripting, editing the appeal video. It has to be less than 5 minutes. I sent it in, and within hours, they were like, yeah, we're not even going to look at it.
I mean, that's what happens. A lot of this is all automated. And if you go through Brian's channel, like, the dilemma that an idiot machine just looks at is that he's repurposing a lot of fair use clips. These are clips that are now court evidence. These are clips that are, but you are totally changing the clips with animation style, with graphic, with commentary. What Brian does on these clips is incredibly time and takes forever. I've always been so impressed by how you do it.
An insane amount of time. I said that in my appeal video that I've spent literally thousands of hours creating these videos. And that's the frustrating part, is that I spent that much time creating them, researching hours, just thousands of hours editing alone. And for them to say it's not mine and that I didn't put any effort and I just grabbed it and reused it is
It just shows they're not looking at the video. When you look at this video, it's not just like an audio you're going through. You are detailing different things and graphics and animation and playing clips that are all fair use because they're all part of trial footage. Everything in here there's nothing questionable to me. There's a couple clips that probably I would think spammers have sort of leaned into to try and maybe label you as spam or whatever. Like this audio clip is now all over and probably has automatically been flagged by the system as something.
Right.
And so you seem like, oh, you're just doing everything else. But the reality is you had it first. You were one of the first places to pull that audio to do it correctly. And you're still offering commentary between. You've added on animation. Sure. You've annotated it correct. Like there's so much stuff here that makes it incredibly average and not just the court audio that I'm still flummoxed and in shock that the YouTube reviewers aren't realizing how on average these videos are. Yes, I'll do it again. I'm bothered by this. I'm bothered that it's taken 3 attempts for these stupid automated machines to do this. And so YouTube, we're going to tag you with this video as well. Tag team YouTube on this video. I don't know who's watching this content in your system, but this is a wrong that needs to be corrected. If you watch any of these videos you click, it's all, look at this. This is all incredibly documented voiceover, research, and such an incredible time taking editing. I don't understand what on earth you are declaring this as him just repurposing stuff. This is absolutely investigative journalism at its best. Any Dateline or NBC or ABC channel you're allowing to be monetized, this is the same thing. And it's a travesty that you're still giving Brian trouble here. So I want to make sure we took some time to alert this and express the problem. So, what when you did your appeal, what did you attempt to do? Because again, as you shared here, appeal didn't contain enough visual examples of your filming, editing, or creative process.
So in my appeal, it said to explain how you create, how you record, and everything else. So I literally had a photo of me recording into the mic. I screen recorded me dropping my audio files into my video editor and all of my visual assets into my video editor and how I arrange them, how I create them, what I use to create them, examples of how I use them from my 2D to my 3D stuff. And how I drag all that in, and then what it looks like the final product across that video editor timeline when it's just like all those assets lined over the top of each other, like just layer after layer after layer. And I was literally just showing screen captures and screen recordings of me editing and how I drop stuff in and how I create it. And they said that wasn't enough, so I don't really know. I'm at a loss for what to do to show them when I'm literally showing them me editing.
I think because they don't see your face, they don't. And as I told Brian, my advice, because I think it's important we share this so you guys can all figure out how to combat this. My advice to Brian, and I hope you do it, is just start posting more regularly with you on camera, talking out loud, like doing that sort of show. I think you should do an official face reveal over there, just a welcome.
Agreed.
What do you plan to do? And I think if you start posting some new content while we wait for this appeal to be fixed, they'll start to see, oh, okay, he's doing commentary, news, etc., and he's got some, whether they like the old pieces or not, then at least they start seeing your channel take some shape. It's just frustrating that we can't get it monetized already, because I know you're not doing it for the money, but you should have made a little bit of money off of these videos that we all were taking so much research for, because it took time. And I'm so sick of the stigma of creators on YouTube shouldn't make revenue. We do. We can. And the fact that YouTube's holding this from you after all the work you did, it just really pisses me off, to be blunt. And this makes no sense. Again, this to me just proves they're not watching it. It's just a system that some idiot who's getting, it's minimum, not even minimum wage. I think they outsource this to other countries. It's just half the time it's just a bunch of just farming out people who are just pushing buttons.
Sure.
And the reality is a lot of times they don't actually know what they're pushing the button about.
Yeah, the fact that it didn't even the appeal video didn't even get anyone to look at the content. I have more hours of content than the hours it took them to respond to me, so they clearly didn't look at my channel. So they just looked at the appeal video and said, like, we've already denied this guy twice. He's not getting it. So they're done with it. So I like the advice. I think I'll take the the route of showing my face, doing a video like, welcome to the channel. This is what I do here. This is what I'm going to do going forward. Create some new content that I don't have to delete, and do it that way.
And don't delete anything else. That should not be the option, because they also will warn you, and I've learned this, just because you delete it doesn't mean that they think it's gone. Like they look at like an old arc. You never actually delete a channel on YouTube. They tell you it's gone, but it's not. They keep copies of everything, and so even if you delete it, you can be punished for deleting. It's a whole stupid thing. So you got to sort of just move forward.
Yeah, that you can delete between attempts, separate attempts to monetize your channel. You cannot delete anytime after you've sent the appeal video. So now, the only one I could think that could get me the same style of review would be the TMZ. TMZ is copyrighted. They sent me a copyright when I posted the kitchen video, that infamous kitchen video in full, which I didn't get from them. I got from
they let go of my claim.
Yeah,
they let go of everybody's claim. Everybody freaked out and made a big to-do about it, but it was pretty immediate. They let it go of that claim and did not monetize that clip. So they don't own it. They don't, or they just allowed people to co-own it.
Yeah,
is probably what really happened. But I don't let that stop you. Again, I think if you start making more content, look, I have a video. It's just the Britney audio. Like, I have videos that have just clips. Sometimes you post it. That shouldn't be deemed that your channel is not fair use. A lot of this content was fair use to use in the first place, and you absolutely added your own flair to it. So again, what can we do for Brian? Well, we can go on Twitter, go to Twitter, use the hashtag. Let's make a hashtag.
Monetize incredibly average now.
Monetize incredibly average.
Now.
In fact, I'm going to add it right there. Let's see how it. That's long, but hey, we'll try it.
That's a lot of your 100. That's a lot of your characters.
Let's see here.
You're worth it, man.
Monetize. Incredibly average. Now.
Yep.
Share this hashtag and tell Team YouTube. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm writing.
YouTube.
Team
see,
YouTube.
I didn't tag. I just tagged YouTube when I made the tweet. Now I know Team YouTube.
Sorry, what is the thing you? Sorry, bear with me, guys. It's gonna be worth it. That Brian fella. Here it is. I'm gonna go back to. I want to use their own words. Is not reused content. It's not reused content. It is original, important content that, hold on, and then the other thing was with plenty of visual examples.
Yeah, no kidding.
With plenty of his own visual style that separates him from everyone else. There it is. That's where, anyway, whatever version you want. There's my tweet. I'm going to retweet this one as well.
I'm going to retweet
Get it out there. Use the monetize incredibly average now and start. Let's get this going. Even just tagging the thread that Brian has on there. Let's keep tagging Team YouTube and telling them to activate this and get somebody on it. The more people annoyed, somebody eventually will say, let me look into this. And hopefully we just get the right person to look into it and this gets sorted out, because this isn't right. And this channel is fantastically done. It's like a little mini documentaries that he's done, and so much work on it that has helped us all in this movement that I do believe really helped Johnny get his justice. And to see that YouTube's trying to like just lazily try to play off like this channel is reused content that's just not original is incredibly frustrating. So help us get the word out. Keep us posted, Brian, on what we can do.
Yep.
And I just want to make sure we did at least start our show with a call out of banging all the drums in our community and other communities to help get this fixed. Brian, thoughts or things you want to add?
No, I want to say thank you. That's it. Guys, let's just nag the hell out of them, I guess, at this point and see what happens. But I just want to say thanks, Andy. You've been extremely helpful in all this and really supportive. And I just want to say I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Do I appreciate you, Steph or Kim? Have any comments for him?
We'll get you there.
Yeah, we're behind
the
you.
community's behind you. Everyone, make sure you retweet what we've just put out. Use the hashtag monetize incredibly average now. Make sure you tag in at Team YouTube. Let's just get their attention and make them aware that at the end of the day, Brian's been absolutely instrumental and amazing for the Justice for Johnny Depp community in terms of the content that he's put out for all of us to be able to package these audios and the clips and all the information in such a digestible manner for people to understand all the complex data and evidence that was out there. And this is an absolute injustice and a travesty. What, Team YouTube trying to hold down a creator that's putting out the truth? I wonder why. Oh, do you know what? If it was Team Amber, maybe YouTube might think twice, my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. But no, we can't let them get away with this. They're putting a good, honest creator down and keeping him down, and no. YouTube, if you're going to continue doing that, get the nearest cactus, lace it with chili oil, shove it up your backsides. I don't care. I'm going to say that out loud. But yeah, let's get this spread like wildfire so that they can't ignore us.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Let's continue the Stranger Things theories off camera sometime. All right.
Yes, we've opened up the DMs now. So yeah,
like especially that part when I'm just kidding, Andy. I won't do it. All right. Okay.
We were talking about.
All right, guys.
Good. Thank you, Brian, so much. I appreciate you. Enjoy your day.
Thank you
so much, guys. I got to bounce.
Go
See
support him.
Bye, Brian. Thank you.
We were talking off before the show started. Steph and Brian, well, I said how much I liked it, and then Steph and Brian started talking through. I'm like, I have two episodes left. Shut up. Because I'm doing it slower because I'm like, it's what is it? 2 years until season 5, the finale, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 2024.
I'm like rushing, but I'm like should slow it down because I'm gonna really miss it as soon as I finish. But my God, this season's been incredible. It's their hands down their best season. It's wrapping things up so beautifully. If you guys haven't watched, definitely get on the train and enjoy it because I think it's Netflix's best thing, without a doubt, the best thing they've done yet. So check it out; it's really fun. And make sure help out Brian in that because it's just absurd. They just don't care. I can't stand YouTube. They don't ever care. They cause so much stress for their creators. They take so much percentage of us. And they don't even really attempt to try to help or have, there's no process. After like 2, you'd think I bet you no one has taken as much time as he did on that appeal video. That appeal video is probably incredible. And they didn't even watch it. Like to force creators through all those hoops and make all that time. It's so infuriating. Oh my God, it's so they do it to us all the time. We're just waiting for an approval of a monetization or some weird arbitrary decision they make. Their system is completely flawed at times. At the same time, it's done a lot of amazing things and gotten us a lot of amazing content, but the system is completely troubled, and we got to make sure we fix it when it is. Any other comments before I move on to the next thing from either of you guys? Because the next thing I wanted to mention is
just support the hashtag, everybody.
Yeah. And YouTube, get your damn act together, dumbasses.
I wanted to. There was some good news. That came out. Pirates of the Caribbean. Kim, I know you're a dear Disney file. Oh wait, what is with my? Sorry, hold on. This looks terrible on my screen. I'm gonna fix that. Disneyland had shut down Pirates of the Caribbean for a little while, and there was a lot of rumor and wonder: were they gonna take away Johnny? Now, I bet you if he had lost, they might have done it, but they didn't because he won. And I saw this over the weekend. I want to make sure I addressed it. It's a nice Disney win to see that Disney is still keeping Jack Sparrow there. Now, it's a blessing and a curse in a way because what's crazy is the fact that they're still monetizing him. They're still making money off of a character that, they seemingly turn their back on. But at the same time, they never really did turn their back. They just didn't, they haven't made a movie without him. I think Disney still has, time to right the wrong here, and I hope they do. But I got to celebrate this as a win to see that Johnny Depp's Jack Sparrow is still inside this ride. I want to go to you, Kim, first, because I know you're a Disney file who does these things. And there was apparently so much popularity with this ride. It shut down numerous times, and the wait time was like insane throughout the day with lines around the whole thing just to try to get into the reopened Pirates of the Caribbean. What do you think about this news that they did keep them and that it's back and raring to go?
I think it's good. I think it's a very good thing. I think audience attendance a lot of the time with Disney doesn't lie. It's good to see that there seems to be this very positive reception of it. And I think I've said before on the channel, I think it's quite significant when you look at Pirates of the Caribbean, especially in Disneyland, when you think about the history of it and how involved Walt was in its creation, and that they did decide to take a risk by changing it and adding Johnny a while ago when they did choose to bring him in as the animatronic and everything else. And just the fact that it's still there, I think it does make a very large statement from Disney of saying, almost, it's not an admission that they were wrong, but it is a sign of support in a way that Disney parks can do without having any of the heads say anything. I'd like to see more from them, but this is a step in the right direction, in my opinion.
What do you think, Steph?
I kind of disagree with Kim in the sense of they, in a way, didn't care whether Johnny Depp was actually innocent because the Captain Jack Sparrow IP is so freaking profitable for them. They were going to use Captain Jack Sparrow no matter what. Even if he lost, they would have still used him because they were still using Captain Jack Sparrow as a character when he lost the case against the Scum. They were still using Captain Jack Sparrow all these years whilst that op-ed was hanging over Johnny Depp's head like no one's business. So even if somehow he lost, they were still going to use that character no matter what. Because when it comes to the court of public opinion, to my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, 99.9% of people are behind Johnny Depp. Disney know that. They should do. You'd be idiots not to, right? So they know that Johnny Depp, Captain Jack Sparrow, is still popular, therefore extremely profitable. And case in point, freaking ride gets shut down a few times because there's too much, demand for the ride because of Captain Jack Sparrow in it. So, yeah, am I surprised that they've reopened it and Captain Jack Sparrow's there? No. I mean, it was only a couple of weeks ago that they were doing, a firework display, and there was this Captain Jack Sparrow image, Johnny Depp Captain Jack Sparrow image that was superimposed on the Disney castle or something like that.
Which had
They're
been
selling
which
toys.
had
In
been
Paris, yes, in Paris.
Yeah, in Paris. They're selling toys still of him, everything, merchandise, everything for Johnny Depp's Captain Jack Sparrow. So, yeah, there you go. Is it a win for Johnny Depp that they've reopened the ride and the Captain Jack Sparrow character is there? Yes. But is it them potentially somehow leaning towards their supporting Johnny or whatever? Could it be even looked at in that direction? Nah, they're just doing it because they know it's popular and it'll give them the cash.
I mean, I don't know if they knew it'd be popular, but I assume they think it would be. They could have easily played it safe and pulled the character, but I think they wisely didn't, and now it's popular. The other thing about Disney is it's massively overcrowded. It's only for rich people now. I could go on a whole rant about how Disney has lost its way in that regard too. It's just becoming less and less fun to go to because of just the lines are too long, especially in Florida. It's so hot, everything else. I'm glad he's there still. they had taken him away, it would have been a huge hit against him, even though he may not want to be there. I think the legacy of Jack Sparrow on that ride is what that ride is now. And that's become something that needs to stay there. So I'm glad they at least did that. Temp, thank you for that. JD, for the super chat. JD will appeal, so AH can't take the 2 million. Meanwhile, Ace Skywalker says, happy belated 4th. Thank you so much. Diana Coyle, thank you. And then Genevieve, is there a hashtag for Brian on Twitter? Yes, we were talking about that earlier, but the hashtag is monetize incredibly average now. Probably could have found something a little snippier, but hey, that's what it is now, so we committed. Nightmare says, I hate how YouTube is the de facto, and rather than creators banding together to get audience to move to another site, beg YouTube to change, but they won't. The reason that won't happen is because YouTube is a Google search engine. And as much as we can try to fight Google all we want, that's what we all use. Some of you might use Yahoo or Bing. I don't. I still use Google. So they really do have a threshold on the sort of the search engine that a lot of people are looking. And YouTube is a search engine. So it's really sort of hard to like not be on YouTube. More people are there than on Instagram or anywhere else. And so it's just sort of like you gotta stuck with what we got, but I hear you, Nightmare. I wish there was another option that was really actually helpful. Montana Bow Lady, I don't do Twitter. How can I help otherwise? I have subscribed to Brian's channel a couple weeks ago. That's good. Just spread the word wherever else you can. Melissa Valenzuela, I was there Sunday and didn't see the mural of him. Of Johnny? Was there one? Gene Rick says, Andy, here to be witness. You never ask for our money. We donate because we love you guys and your honest content. Thank you so much. I always try to actually tell you to donate to everybody else because all creators should get paid no matter what if you like them. If you're sitting there and watching 4 hours, throw a $2 in the jar. It's the least you can do. Janie, super, thank you so much as well for your 99 cents. I appreciate all you guys. I'm going to do my best to try and read throughout, so if you want to get a comment in, please do. There's a few other Johnny things I want to talk about, and then, yes, we will pivot to some other stories today. But a lot of stuff happened over the weekend while I was away on my 4th. Thanks for all you guys again. Thank you, Steph and Kim and Lewis and Tug. All you guys stepping up as the Amber bots came hard. My God, it was it was insane. But I'm glad we all got to monetize their hate, and you guys supported it because they despise that, and we wouldn't have ever addressed it or even did those videos had they not tried to make it a thing. But we will always prove them wrong and fight against them, and they won't win that battle. I'm not going to let them win that battle, but it was very nice and inspiring to see you guys do the I Stand With Andy hashtag. Thank you. So thank you, Steph, and everybody else who sort of made that happen over the weekend. That was very cool. And it's died down a bit. Some of the channels got shut down. So we did it. Bravo. We all deserve a round of applause. It's so amazing to see us stand together and support, just like I want to try to do it for Brian here. But yeah, they're getting desperate, Steph. I saw bits of part of your stream when I could, but just real quick for people who missed it, what was your take again? I mean, as we move forward, it seems like, one, it's obviously desperation on their part, but do you expect more attacks? Do you expect them to sort of realize, crap, this isn't working? What is your prediction for the next phase of the Amber Army?
I think they'll die down now because we've just proven to them that they may have come to play, but we come to freaking slay. They want to start it, we're going to freaking finish it. And if they're going to try and get to you, well, first off, they've got to go through me first, and they just had a taste of that last weekend. So if they still want to go for you, well, I've already fired a warning shot over to their bow, so they would be wise to back the hell off. Otherwise, Steph the Rottweiler is going to be coming out. She don't play. She freaking slays when it comes to family and my friends. And pretty much family, you're like my big brother. So as far as I'm concerned, I'll freaking go to war if needs be. And they will regret it. But yeah, it sounds like they're calming down now. And we're not hearing that much from them anymore. So yeah, I think they've learned the lesson. They've got the tail between the legs and they're running away. Will this happen again? Yes. You've been around long enough, and I've been around a little while now to understand that the bigger you get as a YouTuber, the more of this BS that happens, guys. More people that seem to come out of the woodwork and they somehow like either twist the facts to fit their narrative that you are the bad guy or bad person, or they completely make it up, like absolute freaking fantasy, to say that it's true when it's not. And the amount of times that happens kind of increases, like the biggie that you get on this platform. So this ain't the first, but it ain't going to be the last time that this BS happens. But for the Amber Heard bots, bye, mofos, bye. Nice try, game over.
Well, to add on to what you said too, before I go to you, Kim, it's like I saw a clip. I wish I could play it, but it was so well said. Just someone was talking about just sort of like, as the people are always rooting for your success, and then when you get successful, they just want to tear you down because they're jealous of your position and they want to be where you're at. And there's so many people who are out there just trying to, people who've been in our community who have turned sour, and then they watch us rise and they're like, wait, no, he's not supposed to rise. I don't like him. Type of mentality that it's just like, God, you're obsessed. Like, and if you weren't obsessed, why are you still watching someone you hate? There's millions of people you could watch and move on to, but no, people will commit to that hatred. And there's a few of them still out there, guys. Be wary and be careful and steer clear, because it's just such a weird energy to waste. Like, I don't like everybody. There's certain people I don't watch. Like, I get that there's people who don't like me and don't want to watch. Fine, to each their own. But it's so weird how people will dedicate their time trolling or hating or waiting to clip little pieces out of context. And it happens the bigger you get, because people just want to, again, don't like success. They root for you when you're the little guy, and then when you become the big one, it's like, damn them, no! It's a really weird process. So I appreciate you guys bearing with us and not just believing everything you read and being part of this community and standing up for each other. It is incredible to see. Kim, any other thoughts before we move on to the ACLU nonsense?
Just a few things really, really quickly. First of all, I'm really sorry if my connection sucks. There's a storm going through where I am right now. I'm doing my best. I'm doing everything I can so that I don't beep, boop, beep the entire time I'm on here. Second, just a huge love to everybody in this community that just rallied behind Steph with that hashtag this weekend and just really got it going. You guys are amazing. And it's so cool to see, we love you guys so much, and seeing that love come back with you supporting Andy is just incredible to see. And I want Steph on my team for the rest of my life, because, oh my goodness, you are amazing. You're a warrior, girl. Love you.
You too.
And
she is.
And as I said before, what I said in my video was I talked about something known in Canada as the house hippo. This idea that there are things sometimes that may look real, but that they can't be. The idea that you need to question things sometimes that you see. And just because somebody says it on the internet does not mean that it's real. And we have to be able to look at that stuff and go and be critical and look for the evidence and not give attention to allegations that have no basis. It's a very dangerous game. And I'm so happy to see everybody still here and the support that was thrown Andy's way. So much love to everybody.
Appreciate you all. We go on, we move up, we keep going, we get back up. We don't let them keep us down. So thanks to everybody who stood by. And I'm sure we'll have more bumps. They'll some of them will still try, but it's encouraging to not have to worry about it and to know that you guys will come to us first before you go believe a tweet. I think that's regarding everything we do, right? Everything we report on. That's the whole point of what we're trying to do here, is to make sure we actually go through things. I'm so grateful for you all and can't wait to where we go. Debbie Anders, thank you so much for all for the super chat, and you saying keep up the great work and the truth. Just for you, Debbie, of course. Eve Barlow's Rotten Crotch just renewed their membership. So happy to hear. Lord Cyberram, Andy, how do I come on live? When I open up the phone lines, which I don't do every day, I'm trying to do it like Fridays, because Fridays usually a slower news days, so it's an easy way to just have you guys call in. So super chats are the best way, or Stream Elements The links are pinned if you want to support. Donna C, I feel like I missed something. Just got home. You're just here. You made it. Don't worry. Watch us live. You can always catch the rest of it later. Better to be with us live and present. Brett Schneider. I'll be honest about Disney. As long as there's not a single word of apology to help to twist this narrative, she can have a Tabasco cactus from me.
Hey!
They can have this narrative. They can have. Sorry, Angel Nikki, love watching Popcorn Planet. Been watching here since the Gabby case and have not left at all. Oh, it's so amazing. So happy to have you here, Angel Nikki. Jazzy G, Andy and crew. London loves you. Please keep up the good work. I know. I want to come out that way someday. I'm going to do the whole British tour. My bad British accent.
Boy.
It's gonna happen. Jazzy G, thank you. Melissa Venezuela of Captain Jack Sparrow on the ride of JD in costume. Ethel Wings, happy belated 4th to you. Love the Planet crew. And Jake Clark. WB have almost, sorry, I can read. WB have almost a year and the money. Reshoot Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom and The Flash with Deborah Ann Woll as Mara and Tiffany Chalamet as Barry. I'll say it again. I don't want to keep saying it. Aquaman's a billion times easier to reshoot. If they don't do that, idiots. The Flash, whole separate conversation, and we got more on Ezra this week. Stay tuned. Prince the Shelty, have you thought of backing up your channels to Odyssey or Rumble? Yeah, people have told me I probably should, but it just doesn't have the traction. They just don't have the views, and I like people to see our content. Janie Super, thanks again. And Gene Rick, thanks again. Tim Sunday just became a Popcorn Planeteer. What's up, Tim Sunday? And Marcella is so generous and amazing. I stand with Andy. Oh, I love you, Marcella. Thank you so much for all your generosity and support. They hate seeing it on this channel. So I'm glad they keep inspiring you guys all to realize how important it is to support. Speaking of support, Johnny needs some support over the ACLU because this is insane. This thread in from our own Christopher Melcher. He texted to me while I was away, but I was really frustrated and I shared this. You guys may have already heard. But yeah, he's going to have to pay over $38,000 because they gave the record showing it helped Amber write the defamatory op-ed and that she did not donate the money. Judge is a member of the ACLU, but says it did not affect his decision. This is so effed up. ACLU stonewalled Johnny's attempt to obtain records showing whether the $3.5 million donation was made by Amber, as she proclaimed in the media in the UK case. English judge believes she made the donation and found her credible because of her charity. That was literally part of it. I recognize that there were other elements to the divorce settlement, but her donation of $7 million to charity is hardly the act one would expect of a gold digger. This is how he made his decision, people. This is how the judge in the UK made the decision. Amber Heard stands will say it doesn't matter, but this kind of stuff matters. And it turns out ACLU wouldn't give them the information through that UK trial. I never got it until the Virginia trial. And then they finally got to get the information from them, and it revealed they were, not only did she not pay, they helped write it. This is the American Civil Liberties Union helped just completely crucify Johnny from his rights to just defame and be scandalous about a celebrity divorce. It's sickening. It's sickening to learn this about the ACLU. In the Virginia trial, Johnny got the records. New York judge ordered the ACLU to produce the documents, which showed the $3.5 million was not paid, and that the ACLU assisted its ambassador in writing the defamatory 2018 op-ed. ACLU then demanded reimbursement from Johnny for the attorney time and costs that it incurred responding to the subpoena. That is, it's right, but the approximately $80,000 it sought was excessive. So they were trying to make money. They were trying to make money off of Johnny after using him and ignoring his rights. I can't even begin to explain how frustrating this is. New York judge ruled today on the fee request. The judge disclosed he is a member of the ACLU, but assured Johnny it would not affect his decision. Attorneys like taxes are a fact of life. He had emphasized that nothing about him being a member of the ACLU would pose a conflict in the fee dispute. But that's not the legal test. A judge must recuse from a case if a reasonable person would entertain doubt about the judge's ability to be neutral. New York court rule. The judge being a member of an organization that is seeking fees raises doubts. Here it is, which Christopher found. Judge shall disqualify himself or herself in proceeding in which the judge's impartiality might reasonably be questioned, including but not limited to instances where the judge reduced the fees to $38,000, less than the ACLU wanted, but more than Johnny believed was just. The ACLU was more than a witness who received a subpoena. It was a participant in the defamatory op-ed. Say it again, Christopher, with your chest. The ACLU was a participant in the defamatory op-ed. Unfortunately, Johnny can't pledge the money. All right, what an amazing show we just had. Lewis is here. We're going to go raid Steph next, but if you missed the full stream that got trimmed, make sure you hit that join button. Become a member today. It's a perk of being a member. Pick any tier and you'll get access, whatever you can afford, and you'll not only support the channel, but you'll get all the replays as well as other bonus videos and so much more, the emojis and everything, being part of a Popcorn Planet tier. And go support my man Lewis over at Nerd Report, Kim over at It's Kim, Steph the Alternate is where we're going next, and then Lewis will be live after that, so we got you covered all night. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back live tomorrow here on Popcorn Planet. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.